And in studio with me, like the way I love to have it, a full studio. Guys from the Chicken Dolphin Ban in. Guys, how you doing?
Right, great. Oh, the crowd's going crazy already.
Why are you hiding over there? We're not playing. You're not playing yet, man.
Mike's always ready to play.
Yeah. We'll start on this end first. Introduce yourselves. Go all around the horn. We'll start on my right-hand side here.
All right, I'm Mike.
You got to speak into the big black microphone there. Don't be afraid to.
I'm Mike Nasser. I'm the drummer.
And bongo player, conga player.
And conga player.
Mark Sartain, I'm the bassist.
Okay.
Dave Gray, I play lead guitar, basic guitar.
You got to swing the mic over there, whichever one you want to use.
Corey Polton, I'm on keyboard and trumpet.
Awesome.
And I'm Tim Gray. I'm on the acoustic guitar, the aerophone, the harmonica, the bookings,
Yes.
the deposits at the bank, the food at the end of the day. Kind of do it all.
Because I know I was talking to both you, Tim, and Mike, and I didn't know, before with the band and all that stuff. Because, Mike, actually, we've been talking to each other for, since before COVID, right?
Here. 2 years, 2.5 years.
Okay.
Just before COVID.
Yeah. And I know we've been playing tag like crazy. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, with COVID, everything kind of fell off. And then Tim got a hold of me.
Yes.
Eventually. And we got the ball rolling again because, this with everything going on and all that. And first off, so how did you guys deal with the whole COVID thing? And, is everything kind of getting back to normal?
For us, it was great because we didn't stop playing. So I think we honestly got a lot more gigs than we would have.
Where were you finding the gigs when everybody else wasn't?
I think a lot of people dropped out, and it's certainly Northwest Indiana stayed open. Chicago shut down a bit, but we still played a lot of shows.
What do you mean? Dude, Chicago shut down a lot. Well, you couldn't find anything.
Yeah, well, we were.
It was like back in the, the Prohibition days. Everybody's doing
it was like a bootleg kind of thing to hide out from Lightfoot and getting the tickets, but we played. They were outdoors.
Hiding out from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they were outdoor shows.
Right, a lot of outdoor shows. And then when it went inside, we were basically relegated to Northwest Indiana, which is like our home of all homes. So that worked really well. And now that things are opening up again, we have a full summer schedule. We can't wait.
Yeah. First off, what's the next upcoming gig for you guys right off the bat here?
We're playing at Phyllis's for our 3-year anniversary. Our first show was 3 years ago on May 1st, and we're going back at Sunday. We're going to play an acoustic show out on the patio to honor Phyllis's and Clem, who owns Phyllis's, and our band that's been around for 3 years, which already has exceeded the existence of most bands at 3 years. So it's important we party it up. But then we got, tell them about some of the other gigs. Like we've got Old Town Art Fair, and we have a lot of...
Where's Phyllis's located at?
Wicker Park on Division Street.
Division and Wood.
All right, guys. Don't be afraid of the big black thing. We got to have it get right in your face to get a little bit.
Musical staple in Chicago for a
What's
long
that?
time. Phyllis's is like a musical staple in Chicago for a long time because a lot of bands their starts.
Okay.
And a lot of a lot of people have come through there, like really talented musicians. And,
it's where you get your start and you get your end.
Yeah, you get your end. You go there to start, and you go there to
end, and you're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome there with open arms, in both cases.
Yeah. Well, you guys really made a lot of headway then for only being together 3 years, though.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there's, you got a big following right off the bat and everything, and then, obviously with a lot of gigs. You feel like it's more or less because of the style of music you're playing?
I think that there is a shortage of good music out there, and with a good message. And we are in no way offensive, and we in no way push the envelope. We're just trying to have a good time. And most of our shows are Fridays and Saturday nights, and that's when most people want to have a good time. So to get up in front of everyone and play sad songs and slow songs just doesn't make any sense to us. What we're looking to do is get people off their feet, especially after COVID, get them dancing again, get them to get, a few drinks in them and have the time of their lives. And we've had a number of people that have come to our shows and have come out and said, that was the most fun I've had in a really long time. Irrespective of anything else, that's one of the best compliments that we receive,
Well, who was the first one here that kind of got all you guys together or started the whole Chicken Dolphin thing?
Yeah, so that was me and a great talented artist named Joey T. And his name is Joey Herrera, and he goes by Joey T. And check him out on Instagram. And him and I were in a band together called The Imperfections. And we played one gig with that band and practiced for a year or so. And then we formed Chicken Dolphin. And then Mike came in after that, and then Corey came in, who Joey had known, and of course my twin brother. I've known him since my birth,
Oh, yeah.
so that was a phone call away. And then we brought Mark Sartain in to play the bass guitar, and we had a band. And we also have a lot of special guests that join us. We have Tim Werleming, who plays saxophone, and Tunji plays a soprano saxophone and clarinet. And so we try to, as much as we can, involve special guests and keep the band and family growing.
Well, when all five of you got together, I mean, how long did it take that to happen? I mean, because you're saying you have people coming in and out, right? How long have you been?
No, I'm just like, I don't know. I think we like gelled pretty quickly, right? Like,
Yeah,
I was surprised you guys. I basically had just bought like a new bass, like after not playing for a while, and then like Corey was like, "Hey, we need a bass player," and I showed up to a rehearsal and.
Why weren't you playing for a while? What happened?
Just life, like fell out of like contact with all my musician friends and stuff like that. But
I gotcha.
yeah, that's like probably like the turning point of my life, like that night, just being with these guys, like.
Yeah, I think it helps too that we try to practice as much as we can, not only when we're apart from each other, but when we're together. Like we try to really, it's like a brotherhood, of guys who just like hanging out. So when you have that kind of relationship off the stage, it just comes together on the stage. And I think it's kind of one of those things that just feels effortless to play with these guys. And hope we continue this on for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Effortless for you, maybe.
Yeah, for some of us.
No. He's so right. Bands are like being in a big family. You travel around together, spend a ton of time together.
Yeah, but my next question was to you, though. I mean, it sounds like you guys hang out a lot afterwards. I mean, there's a lot of bands, whether that don't. After a while, when they've been with each other on stage for like 2-3 hours, the first thing they want to do is get away from each other.
Yeah, I've been in those bands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, that's good that you guys are vibing that way.
At all.
No,
that's
we are
awesome.
the opposite.
No, we usually
really?
go out somewhere after shows or like.
I guess the only real problem we had, we rented a house. We play in down at Purdue at Lafayette, and so we rented a house for the weekend, and we had a ball. So the last night we played 2 shows, and really within those 2 shows, it was really more like 3 or 4 shows to just play a lot. And we're all, I think the only 2 soldiers left from me and Mark, and it's getting late, and it was freezing cold. It was like in February. It was just so cold.
Oh my
and
God,
we had
yeah.
an Airbnb that was a beautiful home, but maybe not like the most insulated home, and it was just cold.
My room was freezing.
So Mark goes to bed, and he turns it up. He turns the thermostat up to 85 degrees, right?
What?
85 degrees.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I mean,
I thought the house was on fire, man.
But you said you're down by Purdue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, by the college. So I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
It was.
So I mean, you had to have that. I'm sure you had to have the house. I mean, because being out in the middle of nowhere, you got that window. I mean, the wind is blowing on that. So,
It was unbelievable.
There's nothing to block it. Any other like trees.
Totally.
Other.
So we wake up.
85 degrees. I can get it.
I get in the car. I woke up late. Like I was running behind. I get in the car, and then I look at like my text message, and it was like the thermostat from Tim was like 84. I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna definitely hear some shit about this.
I was like, I think we left the oven on,
And my room was still cold though. That was.
It was still cold.
It was still cold. Yeah.
Well, see,
it was a big lofted ceiling. It had like
yeah,
skylights,
probably,
it was a
probably
great
had really
place.
no insulation. It's probably built like with plaster instead of drywall or so. I don't know.
That's the reason we were there. They rented to us because of that.
And we've never been so loose, I think, as a band, like going to a show and at a show and like playing. Like there was just something in the air that that weekend that we.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, here, were you guys talking about it? It was like, 3 years ago when you got together. I mean, were gigs coming at you pretty quickly? Or, I mean, obviously,
No,
all
not
you
at
were in
all.
different bands before, right?
Not at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really tough at the beginning, but then Phyllis's was the first true place.
They just
music
gave you a
club
shot.
That said, we'll give you a shot on Wednesday. And by
Okay,
the grace
okay,
of the
yeah.
Lord, Mike's friend Heather came in from, was it Portland?
Portland,
With about
Oregon.
25 people.
Oh my God!
They
Yeah,
were like,
that dude, it helps.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a work meeting, and they were like, I'm going to bring you.
Oh, yeah, I
And the
remember
next
that,
day, on a
yeah.
Wednesday night, the bar was like, wow, you guys are really popular. You brought a lot of people in. And we were like, yeah, we did great. We need a Friday night now, And it was.
See, let me ask you that though. I mean, how aggravating is that you guys as a band together, where you go to a place. I mean, and the place is pretty much already known, like you're saying, Phyllis is known. But then, when you go in there, like, you're bringing people in. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to cause any kind of fight or any kind of problem, but I mean, I really feel it's bad on, you guys as entertainers and as
A lot of
artists.
bars leave it up
When
to
you go
us.
to a bar and they go, well, how many people are you bringing in? And then they, there's 5 of you right here, and they're going, okay, well, if they feel like you didn't bring in the correct amount of people,
Yeah.
well, instead of even giving you at least $100, they try to nickel and dime you for like $300.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely, man.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
and like
it's
I don't want to start shit
Like
or
the-
anything, but I mean, I just think that's not fair. And I mean, talk about for whether to me whether if you guys have a huge following or not. Let's be honest. Even if you had like 1 million followers, there's a time and day where sometimes wherever you go, a lot of your audience, if you will, they just can't make it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Working friends in the
engagements.
suburbs, like.
Yeah.
But I feel like if there's 5 people we're playing to in a bar that happen to be there, if that's all there is, like we have 5 more followers though.
Yeah, but
I feel like everybody
Yeah,
always.
but we
like,
have had that. Like, we had a promoter in Chicago. We won't talk about his name, but
Yeah, no
he basically
problem.
said, if you don't get 100 people to our show, you'll never play here again. Well, it's the January 27th contemplated date. Like,
Right.
well, maybe it's a snowstorm, or he doesn't care. Your true fans should be there. 100 people. So, okay, we've had
Yeah.
shows where there's been hundreds of people there. We've had shows like Mark's saying where there aren't as many people there.
Yeah.
It needs to be a give and take. It's not just the band, and it's not just the bar. It needs to be both parties working together.
Yeah.
And then if you have just a killer night, pay us a little bit more. And if it's a horrible night, pay us a little bit less. We don't. It's not a problem.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like what you're saying, working together. That's a lot of the problem, though. You have a lot of venues. If you just call them that, that you see you guys. You're advertising, you're doing everything you possibly can, and they don't do a thing.
Right.
And-
There's some like
Yeah.
I guess we could say
Yeah. sure.
Mom's Place where
Or
we
the
had
best.
our record release
Best of the
party.
best.
I posted before like the show it was like 4 different posts from them like promoting our show that we're coming and we got an album coming out and like we're gonna play it and like just hyping it up and like a lot of places don't really
Yeah.
like there's another place where they're like well you brought in whatever people like and they don't
Or the
Just don't
bar
pay,
tab,
like-
right? Like, we wrote a song about it. It'll be on the next album. But the guy basically just said, forget about the amount of people. It's all about the bar tab.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, if you can
Yeah.
bring over $3,000, we'll pay you X. And if it's less than $3,000, we'll pay you Y. And
Right.
so literally we were in there like alcohol salesmen. I actually feel bad. I got some people just way more drunk than they wanted to get. I was just, hey, you
Well,
want
but
a drink?
see-
Buy us a drink?
Okay, but I understand that more than them saying about having asses in the seats.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Really, because to me, it's about the money. Obviously, it's always about the money. But I mean, like what you're saying. Okay, if everybody's having a great time and you only have 100 people, but I mean, the bar tab ends up being like what you're saying over $3,000. Who cares if there's only 100 people in there? Look at all the money that you're having a great time. To me, that's what you're hired there for. You guys are hired there to have the good time. And it's like to me if you will, the icing on the cake compared to me, a place that's a venue that has alcohol and food and everything, you should already have a crowd.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
sorry.
wrong with
What-
that?
what-
Exactly.
That's just my own thought. Well, you guys mentioned it. I do want to say this right now. You are promoting your latest album right here, Good Vibes.
Yeah.
Just dropped on the 16th, correct?
It did.
Was it the 16th?
Yeah.
Okay.
6
Yeah.
days old, 6 days
All
young.
six, and we're going to be playing we're obviously going to have you guys do some live tracks. We're going to play some stuff off of the album and all that. But we're going to have a good time with this. I talked about to Tim and everybody, the album cover. Fantastic.
Thanks.
That's
That
really
is I'm still one of the old people. We're even with the CD and everything. I love the CDs and that because I'm a kid from I'm 53. I'm growing up with the albums. Half the time
Yeah.
you bought the album
Exactly.
just because of the art. Didn't matter what the
Right.
music sounded
Yeah,
like.
totally.
It's like,
I
look
got
at
a lot of
badass
crappy.
cover. Look at that
I
cover.
got a lot of crappy records just
Yeah.
for the
Oh
cover
my
art,
God. Yeah.
And we were trying to do that. We wanted an album that flows the way that they did in the 70s and 80s, from the first song to the last song, with the last song being a ballad and the first couple songs being your singles. And we wanted it to flow and sound different and not be boring, and I think we did that. And that cover comes from Tim Summers, who is Mike's childhood friend, one of his earliest friends, and that is from Michigan City, Indiana.
Okay,
on the
okay.
beach, and he is from there as well. So we kind of got with him, and then the side and back covers are done taken at Cali Fest in California this last week.
Yeah, I love it, but I mean, it coincides with the whole feel of the cover of the album. I mean, you know, it's
it's beach vibes.
it's a bunch of psychedelic creatures. You know what I mean? It's in
He
front
thought
of
it was a heavy
people.
Chicken
metal
drinking
band.
a beer, you know, you don't see that all the time.
Yeah, we grew up having bonfires on the beach,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. There's the Michigan City Lighthouse.
The lighthouse. I
There's-
seen that. That's a nice touch.
And,
did you guys
watching
did you tell
the
them that you wanted
sunset.
that in there?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
You know, and the artist he's on the sailboat. If you see the little sailboat on there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the artist.
That's
He's
him
a
when-
sailor, so that's his mark on the album.
Okay.
That's
Well,
his
yeah,
signature.
I mean, that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't make it about him, but yet he's there.
sure.
That's
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He did a great job.
Wow.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, because it's vibrant too. Even though it's got like a dark feel to it, you know what I mean? You know, you feel like you're sitting on the beach with them. I mean, that's how I look. I was like, man, I want to be there.
That's right.
Yeah, and we
You know, I
do.
can't wait for summer to start.
Yeah, I know.
We play some fundraisers for Pause for Humanity, and the animals that are
Yeah.
on their farm are the animals that are around the bonfire.
And it's an animal sanctuary in
Right.
Three Oaks, Michigan. So we were so taken by the spirit of what they're doing
Okay.
that we wanted to incorporate it into our album. And we even wrote a song called Saved, which will be probably on our next album or our next single in honor of what they're doing.
Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Well, before we go to commercial, is this the is this your first album that
Yeah.
you guys made?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no
The
kidding.
debut.
Okay, debut. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but then you're also saying, Tim, you guys already have a whole catalog of songs for a whole nother CD.
Yeah, we have no shortage of material.
That's good though.
We are
no, I mean,
prolific.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Keep writing and
We
writing.
just keep going. Yeah.
Have you? Well, I mean,
We're a hard-working
before,
band, you know. Like,
well, before
we
you
hustle.
did this, I mean, did you guys think about maybe because how you had so much, like maybe we'd do a double album? Or did you want to purposely?
Yeah, we wanted to put this out first. We learned a lot in the process, so we thought we'll put this out first, learn what we can, tour with it this summer, and then go back in with everything we've learned and try to take the rest of the songs and give them as much honor as we did this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. All right. Well, listen, guys, we got to take a quick commercial break here. Once again, talking to the guys from Chicken Dolphin Ban right here on Head Sauce Rock on the Music Box. We're broadcasting. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
We're broadcasting live on live365.com. And also try for the Live 365 app if you want to hear us. And also, no, we're not video recording live. You guys are really video recording this, and we're going to have it up later.
Yeah.
So I'll let them know that. So, all right, once again, everybody, when we come back, you guys want to do a live song first, or you want to play something off the album?
Whatever you like. You're the boss. We'll do
All right.
whatever you like.
Right here on Head Sauce Rock on Live 365.
What have you got?
Welcome on back to Head Sauce Rock right here on the Music
Too
Box
much
on
fun.
Live
The
365.
Malort.
Yeah, we're sitting here talking about. I turned the mics all back on. We're sitting here talking, having a good time, and not even paying attention to the commercials getting
Yeah.
done. So once again, right here in studio with Chicken Dolphin Band, right here on Head Sauce
gotta
Rock.
pay the bills.
Live on, yeah. Well, yeah, you know, I mean, it keeps CSAC and,
Yeah.
the BMI and all them
Yeah.
off my butt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because whether I'm playing local or, small label or, especially if it's a big national, some of the bands I play, they get on you if they,
Oh, it's crazy.
they pick on the little guys here
Yeah.
because, we can't do anything about
We
it.
just did a cover song.
CYA,
of,
man.
Shamalama Ding Dong from the Animal House soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, I
And-
seen that on your Facebook. That's one of your favorite songs to play.
and we put that out on YouTube and really no farther because they were not sympathetic or receptive to our wanting to put it out on iTunes. So I understand.
Well, who wasn't?
The company that has the rights to it basically said, look, here's what we'll do. We will basically charge you $1 per download. So if
They're going to charge you $1 per download.
per person that downloads it would cost us like the licensing fee would cost as much.
See,
as-
that's why people are like, oh, you can't. But
So
I mean,
we said no.
Spotify and all them. I don't like promoting them because the way they rape you guys as artists.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I hate to say
It's
that,
crazy.
and I know it's the game, but I mean,
They give Joe Rogan $100 million, and he probably deserves it. But out of that
Yeah,
$100 million,
he's a tool.
we give
Yeah,
us, but
Yeah.
whatever his contract is his contract. But
Yeah.
if they have $100 million for him, and 0.001 cent for us to play the same content. We're just
Right.
we're doing original content, both of us.
Yeah.
There's complete disparity. Now, once you get to that point where like Stick Figure gets 200 million down listens on Spotify, once you're at that point, you're making that company money. But until you do that, everyone else, the other 90%, are making the money for those 10%.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a penny divided by 5 people.
Yeah, there's a
I mean,
movie.
see, look what you just said, a penny divided by 5
Yeah,
people.
it doesn't even pay for a cardboard box we're going to live in outside, you know?
No.
Dude, the cardboard box is too expensive for
Yeah,
you.
we can't afford cardboard boxes anymore.
You can't even afford a cardboard box on Lower Wacker
Crazy,
Drive.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
all
right.
Spotify.
That's not included the blanket covering on top of it.
Right,
With
oh,
insulation.
forget that. I mean,
It's almost
forget that.
impossible.
But Sam, I hate that. I
Me
just
too.
hate that they do that
Me
to
too.
you.
Like there's
I mean,
a documentary called Dig, and it's about like independent recording and music.
Yeah.
And there's a guy from Capitol Records that basically says like, there's like one artist, maybe 2 artists that recuperate all the money from all the other releases
Everybody else.
that don't make money and like lose money, like that recuperate all that money and then
Right.
some back. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like he was just saying like how like what a rigged game and how hard it is to get.
So yeah, they're paying the big time stars, but everybody else underneath them, well, hey, go pound
They don't
sand.
they don't like give them the promotion or like
Yeah.
You need millions and millions of streams to make any decent, like in the thousands. But back in the old days, you could get a record in a record shop. You didn't need to sell millions of those to make a few $1,000s, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
And that's what he's saying is it's all about the money, the heads, the bar tab, or the streams. You know.
Well,
Right.
but you guys as a band now, and being independent and everything, when you made your CD here, this is all independent, correct?
Yeah, totally.
But you're not on a record label. You're not a little small
Chicken
town.
Dolphin label, baby.
Chicken Dolphin
Yeah,
label.
30-30.
Well, I mean, so when you guys independent artists, I mean, but a little bit, do you find it better doing it that way?
Yes.
Just cutting out the middleman?
Totally.
You know what I mean? Because you're not dealing with, everybody
And we're not under
taking this thing.
contract with some guy
Yeah.
that's going to tell us like how the sound should be. Well, it's in the contract. We don't.
I mean,
give up that
A&R
control.
guys
It's all
are ruining
like,
more bands on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, so our attitude is we're looking for distribution to help get it out to people's ears, but we
Yeah.
do not need any help when it comes to producing or playing.
Because I'm
music.
looking on here, and it says it's produced by you, but the engineer is Jason Smith.
Yeah,
Smith, right?
yeah, he did it for Rax Tracks, and then Gray Taxton did it at Gravity, and
Okay.
Wiley did it at Horse Drawn. So
And where are all these? Where's Gravity Studios located?
Gravity's in Chicago, and Gravity
Okay.
is in like the Wicker Park, and that's
Oh,
where the
I-
Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah,
recorded, and
okay.
Fall Out Boy recorded
Right.
their record, and it's a magical, incredible
It's a
place.
very cool studio.
And Rax Tracks is equally famous. I mean, we were there right after Lil Wayne was there, and the place was smelling good. Nice,
There you go.
nice
Full of
fresh
candy.
herbs. It's like you had a garden in there. So I mean, people are in and out of there from all over the world. It's an incredible recording studio. And Horse Drawn is in Berwyn, and it's a little bit more of a modern, hip, younger thing. And we wanted to do it at different places so we could have different experiences and have a different sound on the record.
And how did you find out about all 3 of these places?
Just through other musicians, and
Okay.
and we went over to Rax Tracks and watched that process, and that was it. I thought to myself, man, if I ever get a band, this is where we're going. And that was like stop number 1 for us, where we did JB Rasta there. And so, I just had a great experience there. They're the most amazing people. And Gravity was just, if the Smashing Pumpkins can do it, we can do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy. I mean, just they went to record a demo there, and the next thing you know, they're all over the radio.
Right. Well,
It can happen.
it can happen. You see, and that's what I mean. Everybody's, to me, it's like you're taking a chance, just basically on yourself now. We're, trying to rely on, big, people taking advantage of you, before to try to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of like the whole thing that, what happened with the Goo Goo Dolls, their whole story, about that, where they were like $40,000 in debt and didn't even know it because of the band and record label and all that.
Right.
And they're thinking they're out on the road making money, and we're going to have big venues. Oh no, wait a minute. You got to pay for that new guitar and all that. Yeah, and the bus and all that.
Yeah.
You didn't realize all.
Some studios charge you for the different microphones you use.
Of
I mean, how
course.
preposterous is that? If you got the
Well, I
mic,
mean-
what's the difference? Whatever you sound
Well,
at
we got-
Rax Tracks,
I know they're-
whatever you
yeah.
sound good through, we're going to give you. Other studios are
Yeah.
like, no, here's the price list to use this microphone or that microphone. I mean, it's crazy. So,
Yeah, to me, that's just another way of gouging you.
yeah, gouging, for
I mean,
people
I know
that are
you-
already struggling.
Well,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
people that are, the technical side of it. I don't know who's the tech guy. Whoops, sorry about that. In the band here.
None
but,
of us.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because usually there's always one tech
None of
dude.
us, all of us.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
there is.
I'd say mostly Tim. Like Tim, like handles it, like the soundboard, and like
I
I look
got
at
you.
that thing, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, no, but I mean, cause, but yeah, there's different levels and styles and microphones and all that. And of course, one microphone's like $3,000 compared to like
Right.
these are 300 that I have.
Yeah.
They're a good sturdy mic, but I mean, it's like.
The
I don't
Rex
know.
Tracks
We
is
rely
cool,
on
like-
Sweetwater, the company, and we want to
Exactly,
thank
that's
our
like
individual representatives
Yeah.
from Sweetwater here today.
Oh, yeah,
We got
all
5
this is all
different
Sweetwater.
representatives.
Everything here except for my board.
Yeah, Derek, if you're listening, we love you. Michael, thank you.
Got the shirt on right now, as a matter of
Love
fact.
those two. Yeah, exactly. It's a
Everything
great
but
place.
everything but the board in my desk is from Sweetwater.
Yeah, and we go for the introductory products at Sweetwater. We go for that lowest common denominator. We
Well,
shop
no,
by
I mean,
price.
they help you out over there. I mean,
They're
you,
great.
you tell them what
Yeah,
you're doing.
they're
It's like, hey, man, listen, this is what I'm doing. I can't afford to give you an arm and a leg, and I'm
Totally.
yeah, well, here,
Yeah.
we'll work. Steve
Mike
Brandt is
Cullum,
my
I mean,
guy.
Hey, I have a
Yeah.
great guy over there, Jed Elliott. I will give him a shout out, and I mean, he helps me out with anything I need. He's always, helping me out.
You can turn
Always.
and grab the mic.
Yeah,
Jump in there, bro. Don't
See
be
how it
scared of
moves
it.
around? It's okay, fellas.
Yeah, so I'll give Jed Elliott a shout out. He's
I-
great at Sweetwater. Give him a call if you need
Look,
anything.
I got a hold of that. He's like, yeah.
We expect some new mic cables and candy to come from Sweetwater in the next week.
Yeah.
Free advertise.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool. Well, what do you guys feel like playing? You guys want to?
Yeah, let's play
First
some
off,
shows.
again,
Someone,
in case anybody's listening again, just jumping in here, talking to Chicken Dolphin Ban right here on Heads House of Rock, and we're talking about what their Good Vibes CD that they dropped on the 16th, and we're hanging out here. And what are you going to play, Timmy?
We're
What
going
are
to play
you
a
guys
song called Hacked.
doing? All right,
It's
Hack,
about getting hacked.
right here on Heads House of Rock on Live 365.
Yeah, I got hacked. Victim of cyber fraud hack. Oh yeah, my credit and debit cards got hacked. Banking my routing numbers hacked. Emails and wire instructions all hacked. I went out the other day. I got so drunk I lost my way. And I left my phone in a cab or an Uber or a Lyft, but I never got it back. Yeah, you know it got hijacked. You know that everything got ransacked, and it's gone. Let's tell 'em, boys, 'cause we got hacked. Victim of cyber fraud hack. Oh yeah, your credit and debit cards hack. Banking my routing numbers hack. Emails and wire instructions all hack. And then I met a girl. Yeah, she rocked my world. When a laptop got stolen. From the last I heard, she left it all unsecured. And now it's on the net. There you can bet on it. Yeah, she got hacked. Victim of cyber fraud hack. Oh yeah, her credit and debit cards hack. Banging her routing numbers hack. Emails and wire instructions all hack. Let's hear some trumpet. happened to you. Chicken Dolphin will tell you what to do, yeah. Beware of phishing scams. Change the password as often as you can, yeah. Ah, you know it's true. They will come for you. And you'll be hacked. Victim of cyber fraud act. Oh yeah, your credit and debit cards hacked. Banging your routing numbers hacked. Emails and wire instructions all hacked. Ah, you'll be hacked. Well, I know you will be hacked. Well, let's go. I say, oh, oh. I say, oh. Take it on, Dave. It's David Gray on the acoustic guitar. Yeah. All right, now, big in it, guys. Yeah. Yeah, around the world, Chicken Dolphin. That's how we do it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
There we go.
We're not used to no applause. Usually
Yeah.
we get a huge amount of ovation at the end of every song.
Now, I noticed, that song goes a little over or close to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is every song like that on the track?
Honestly, half of our songs are 4 minutes and 20 seconds around there. It's amazing.
We have no problem
4:19,
turning that into
4:21.
like 18 minutes on stage, though.
Yeah,
We've done that like
we
We like
like
to play, man. We jam. We
Yeah,
get a song going,
No, yeah.
and we take it all the way.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
again, we're not trying to necessarily make a radio hit. We
Right.
we cut one down. You'll see Uber. We can get Uber down to about 3.5 minutes, and that's a 6-song, man. Wayne Healy from Freddie Jones Band. He helped us out, man.
Okay,
He hopped in
Yeah,
and played
yeah.
lead guitar on that song, man, and it's just a classic Wayno, just killer track, man. And so that's about 5.5. That was originally about
6 minutes. And they took it down to
Yeah.
like
we got to take that thing down.
Radio Happy.
Oh, no
4.5.
kidding, really?
Half the song.
Yeah,
out of
that's
there,
the
man.
version that you have. It'll be the
Right.
world debut of Uber is Here, the
Oh,
radio
okay.
edit.
Yeah, it's a
Cool.
great song.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely play that then. But I mean, okay.
we got a deep bench in the band. Like these guys can really just take it and just go and it's amazing sometimes. Like that's why I love bass. Like I could either try to get into it or just sit back and watch Tim running through some some solo and Dave
Right.
shredding and Corey Mike. It's
Right.
yeah
Okay, well then, see, my next question would be to all of you then, because I mean, obviously, the type of band that you like, a lot of people want to classify you as. You got the whole, Grateful Dead Fish kind of feel thing where where you're just constantly, where like what you just said, where you're just jamming. You know, once you get into a
Feeding
song,
off each
next thing you know,
other.
you're just like feeding off each other, and you just constantly keep it going because you know the groove that you're in. You know, you get into that groove where like you know you don't want it to end because
Exactly.
you guys are all fitting in there, and you just want to keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I with all your influences, I mean, who would you say, you know, individuals? You guys all want to go around. Who are all your like individual influences that on more on like that end of it, to where it made it like your primary thing of how you play?
Well, early years for me, it was probably Beatles, but then as I got older, I got into the Dead. And I mean, I was
Right.
strictly into Dead for many, many, many years till Jerry died. You know, still, I mean, I still love them. They're my favorite band by far.
Well, I mean, do you go see them now too? I mean, because I know they're coming in concert again, right?
Yeah,
But I mean, to me, it's not with Jerry. You know,
It's not the same.
John
but
Mayer
it's fun.
fucking
It's
killed it.
still fun.
I hear that. I heard Mayer is
fucking-
awesome.
We got a John Mayer
Yeah.
story for you coming up.
Okay, okay.
We got into it. We got a great story coming up.
Okay.
But we love the Dead and Company.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, he was an original drummer. He played with Mr. Blotto when
Oh,
they were
yeah.
in high school.
Oh, no kidding.
And when they were
Before there
starting
was
their
Blotto,
band,
we used
before
to
they
jam.
even knew what Blotto meant.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
he did the same thing with Marty
great
Lloyd
guys.
and Wayne Healy of Freddie Jones. So
Okay,
he has
yeah.
been.
Well, you've been around,
rock.
man. You've
He's
been
Been
around
around a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you're holding it up well, brother.
Thanks. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it. Yeah. So are you.
I'm trying. Okay.
and Mark was more of a heavy metal.
My like
Yeah,
I
go ahead,
grew
Mark.
up on like actually I grew up on like country music, like my grandpa playing like Anne Murray and like Merle Haggard and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you know.
You're
I was
talking
probably the
old,
only
you're
like
talking
12-year-old
like
kid
original country.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
probably the only like 11, 12-year-old kid with an Anne Murray cassette in my like in my collection, you know. I guarantee you that. But like I always like I don't know, I kind of got into everything. Like I kind of cut my teeth like growing up with like thrash metal but you know, just like as you get older you discover more music like the Stones for me like between like 67 and like 76.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can touch that. Nothing I think that
I
ever
know.
will. But the Grateful Dead, like as far as like bass influence, like Phil Lesh, like you know, like he could play a song like really simply or really just dig in, you know, and I like that because it like makes me feel comfortable. Like, okay, I don't always have to just come out and
Yeah, go.
you know like go balls out. But
Right.
you know, and like a lot of soul music, like Curtis Mayfield, stuff like
Okay.
that. I kind of come from a lot of stuff. I like the harder, you know, hard rock. But
I gotcha.
That's why it was weird. Like joining a band, I was like, you know, I was like he was describing the sound, and I was like, huh. I was like, okay, like not that I was like ever against it, but I was like, I always thought myself being like, you know,
Yeah, headbanger kind of
banging, you know, like you know,
thrash metal.
but
Hey, chicken dolphins for everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Like it's just like this. I fell in love with like the first day, you know. So yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, no, well, I mean that's good, yeah, because the vibe that you guys feel, you know, like I said, yeah, but you know, like this song, you know, that you just played, hack, you know, I felt like a whole Jimmy Buffett vibe to it,
Totally, yeah, it's real
big
happy.
time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, it had a nice groove and everything, but it was like kind of like a funny, poking,
That's right.
Yeah.
jabbing
Yeah.
song, like you know, like typical Buffett tune is.
Yeah, I'm definitely
You know what I
a
mean?
big influence by Buffett.
Yeah.
I think, and also just reggae music as well. The Bob Marleys of the world. He was really clever as well. Doesn't get as much credit, but Jimmy Buffett definitely, and especially the early work where it was a little more country. And my brother and I grew up playing and singing a lot of country music, so I think that
Who's the older of you two?
you know he got me by 2 minutes.
You're older by 2 minutes.
2 minutes, man. Yeah. So I don't. Like I like to say, I remember what it was like to be his age 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. So, well, okay, well, your influence, Dave.
On guitar, man, it was Southern rock. So Allman Brothers, you know, Dickie
Okay.
Betts, and Widespread Panic. I went to college down in Charleston, South Carolina, so I was in a choice time there too.
Yeah.
A lot of great music.
It's a whole
coming
different
through
like
there,
vibe
man.
of music.
Totally,
too.
man.
Yeah.
It's like a country rock, at least it was at the time. Not afraid to bring a fiddle out on a rock stage, you know, or a pedal steel, and
Yeah.
those kind of licks, man, they add so much. I think, and I remember the first time I heard the Black Crowes, man. You know, that tore my head off, man. I was like, this rang a bell inside me, man. It's like,
Yeah,
this
that-
is the kind of music I'm talking about. you
Yeah,
know?
it's like that whole. I mean, there's a lot of bands that are coming up now that have that whole, you know, if you will call it, you know, the whole Southern rock sound to it. And
Yeah.
you know, I mean, Dirty Honey,
Yeah.
for case in point.
Yeah, there
You know,
is.
you know.
Turnpike Troubadours, man, they're doing pretty well. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of that still, although you don't see as much guitar lead stuff as you do that's like the
Right.
70s. You know, if
Yeah.
you listen to 70s music, there's a good 30-second guitar solo in
Well, you
every
always had
song.
to have that
You know,
guitar.
you had
That-
that right
they're
in the
in
middle
the
of the
80s.
song, man. Yeah, in early
Yeah.
80s, man.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you can watch the Grammys. I didn't really watch the Grammys. You could, I guarantee
don't
there
want-
wasn't
yeah.
probably one guitar
Yeah.
solo that whole night, man. There might have been one.
And
If I
it
play the
was
Grammys, man, I'm
probably-
jamming. I'm going to take at least 45 seconds.
It was
on
probably
my
from a
electric
country dude too. You know, it wasn't even. I mean, I don't even know if they even. Nobody.
Right.
I don't watch the Grammys anymore because I feel like first off they're bullshit. You know,
Yeah.
and so now, but I mean, the way. Because of my station, you know, I cater more to rock because, you know, to rock as itself has been pigeonholed to the point of where there's not even anybody even there, you know, where they
Yeah.
mention, you know, it's just like a quick blurb, you know, they don't even bring them on stage anymore. And I mean, I just feel like that's terrible.
Yeah, rock
know.
is it's tough, man. But it will make a comeback. You know, everything comes back around. You know, it really.
I'm
does,
hoping it
man.
does.
And,
But
you
I
know,
mean,
It did for a while with like when the White Stripes were out with like the garage scene kind of came
Yeah.
back and brought some rock and roll back.
yeah, but you know what it was with that though, too. That's when a lot of and what I'm saying, like why I feel like it's kind of died down a little bit. And I say this every time with a lot of people I interview with. It's because, you know, the way today's day and age is, everything is now. You know, you're a kid wanting to learn how to play guitar. If you're not picking up, you know, badass riffs and playing like Eddie Van Halen in 10 minutes, I don't want to do it. And they get discouraged. I mean, it's like, you know, when you're playing an instrument, whether you go where you're a student where you're learning how to read, write, and go to class, or you're just play by ear and you're well that way. It still takes practice, and a lot of kids don't like doing the repetition thing now. If it isn't plugged into a computer and done in 2 minutes, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Yep.
It's, you know, I don't know. That's why I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, I mean, I know there's some kids, you know, you see these little kids like that Avery drummer, you know, I don't, he's older now, but I mean, when he was 6, 7 years old, it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I just, with music in general like that. I don't know. I'm sorry I went off on a tangent. I apologize.
Came up-
He's got the greatest.
No,
of
no, no.
all of the musicians.
Dude, we got 2
This
hours,
is the
man. We'll get
best
to.
musician, and his
No.
influences are by far deeper than all.
Go ahead, Cor.
No, man. I mean, I came from a musical background, so you
Okay.
know, starting music early at like.
Well, what do you mean by musical
6.
background? Everybody here has a musical
Well,
background.
as far as my dad played trumpet, and
Oh, okay. All
a
right.
lot of my dad's side of the family were like music teachers, so that's kind of like
Oh, yeah.
early on, kind of what I thought I was going to end up doing. So I started playing piano first, and a lot of times getting discouraged and wanted to quit, but my parents and specifically my grandmother kind of kept pushing me to keep with it. So I'm really grateful at this point in my life that they did do that because
Yeah, thanks to grandma.
you know,
Yeah.
she's not with us anymore, but she's definitely,
Yes.
you know, proud. And then trumpet kind of followed a little bit after that. But I feel fortunate to
Yeah,
have
you
been kind of
busted
pushed.
that out. I was like, oh, no way. I love seeing that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. He's got a jazz jam band kind of mentality to his music. So
Right.
It's amazing. It's not the kind of solos that you hear. It's not as melodic as some, and it's not as boring in that regard. It's incredibly exciting, and you see the audiences react so strongly to his playing. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think my influences are just kind of vast, like everyone else's, right? So you just kind of draw different
Well, you're
details.
obviously the youngest of the group here.
Yeah,
I mean-
29. I'll be 30 though in about 2 months.
Oh no!
Okay. Are
So-
you married yet, or you got?
No, not yet,
Okay.
but it's on
Still
the
hope
horizon.
for you?
Yeah,
Still hope for you?
yeah, exciting times coming.
You still got her? You have somebody fooled right now, or I mean,
No.
did
I
you
mean,
just walk her down the aisle and then got her or whatever?
She, I don't know. I think
He's got
she's
an
ready.
amazing girlfriend. We
Yeah.
want to say hi to Emma.
Absolutely, Emma.
Emma. Is
Yep,
Emma
Emma.
musically inclined too? Does she play?
She loves to sing, and
awesome. Okay.
she's a pretty good rapper.
Oh.
I will say, but only behind the curtains. She's not as much. Well, I don't know,
Next
I
time
think-
you
I
guys
think
come in, you
sometime-
bring her with you.
Yeah, I think she should.
We'll have her lay down a few licks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark's wife
Setting the
sings really
stage
well.
there.
Mario,
My
yeah.
wife is a singer as well.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Choir
But that's
and,
good that they
she has a
do that
family
with
band
you.
That the
Yeah.
guy Lenny I was telling you about, like she's in a
Yeah.
with him, like a little trio.
Trio kind of deal thing.
Well, it's her aunt, and her dad, and Lenny.
Yeah, but I mean, they do-
But she's,
they do
she's
like-
musically, yeah, she's in
Sweet.
music.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
sang with us a couple times.
Awesome. Yeah. You guys let her. I mean, would you let your wives jump in a Chicken Dolphin set kind of
Oh,
deal
yeah.
thing, or have you already?
Absolutely.
We love people playing with
We love
Yeah.
special guests.
I love when people play with me too, especially when
More
they're
the
pretty.
merrier.
And when they're real pretty, they're yeah.
It gets us in trouble sometimes.
Yeah,
But,
me too. I get in trouble too. Yeah,
But we have the ultimate respect for our girlfriends and wives in this band. Two
I know,
of us are married.
Come on,
Three of us have
what
girlfriends.
kind of DJ would I be if I didn't start a little shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
no, that's great. That's why you're famous.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Corey. What do you, I want you to continue. I know where because I
No, I mean, I grew up listening mostly to 60s, 70s rock. I think that was probably my influence on the radio.
Do you
as
have a
far as
favorite
that goes.
band, like an all-time favorite
Man,
band?
I mean, there was so many different artists that I listened to. It's always hard to pick a couple, but I mean, Led Zeppelin was a big one that I listened to a lot.
Okay.
My dad was always, I mean, that was one of the things always playing on the radio.
Yeah.
Along with, on the other side of the spectrum, Elton John is really great influence for me, piano-wise, just his style and like the way he plays.
Yeah.
Not as good of a singer, unfortunately, but I try sometimes.
Hey, man,
And
if you really listen to Elton John, is he really that great of a singer, or can he just carry a note? You know what I'm
well,
saying?
it's true. I like the sound of my voice. It's just matching pitch is hard for me because I have some hearing issues.
I gotcha.
But
Yeah.
that's really the biggest thing holding me back from singing more, I would say. But
We were playing a show.
Tim's got that down pretty well.
We were playing a show at House of Blues a couple weeks ago, and I broke a string and had to change guitars, so I needed to leave for 15 seconds. He goes into Chuck Mangione, Feels So Good.
No kidding.
Out of nowhere,
Wow.
pulls out the Mangione out of his right pocket, and the
That's
crowd went
awesome.
nuts. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was like the biggest applause of the whole night. Yeah.
He's a great. I mean, he's one of the biggest songs that I played in high school, which I didn't play as well back then, but I was really proud of it. So that song I always kind of stuck with me, and then I got a flugelhorn for Christmas. My dad and my parents. So I have something else to add to the collection of trumpets, the horn section, which is great. And then I'd say Rick Braun is a big trumpet influence for me, as far as kind of the funk jazz genre, along with like Wynton Marsalis. Grew up listening to him a ton, and then my trumpet teacher in college named Dr. Griffin, Larry Griffin, huge influence as well.
And where'd you go to college?
Ohio Wesleyan University in Delaware, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
I grew up in Columbus, so it's only about a half hour north.
Man. So you a Buckeye fan too?
I am.
You got to leave right now.
I am. Man.
Hey, hail to the victors.
Let him say for one more song.
Hail to the
Yeah.
victors, right? Yeah, you can stay for one more song, and then I'm screaming Michigan to you all night.
Hey, my mom's from Michigan, so.
Yes, I love your mother already.
Yeah, she's from Hillsdale, Michigan.
Well, as long as she's a Wolverine fan, but she says she stays, she's got to go too.
All right, I'll just stop talking there then.
We have a couple fans. Stephanie out there is a Michigan State. We have some serious Michigan State.
Well, no one's perfect.
But yeah, that's what I
get it,
say.
you know what I mean? They're just like,
we
some
support them
people
all.
are, just like some people are Cub fans. Hey, I get it. You make a wrong decision here or there. It happens.
Yeah, community colleges don't get enough love.
Yeah. Well, no. Wait a minute, man. Hold on, Tim. Now with you, influences and all that.
Well, like I was saying, I think Jimmy Buffett was a big one for me, and just reggae music. I'm really the reggae lover, and old school reggae, Dennis Brown and Bob Marley. We have a guy on our record, Kenny Rocks, who is an incredible Jamaican-born reggae musician, and we met him a couple years ago, and he was on our song Good Vibes.
Okay.
And he taught me a lot about reggae, about the proper skanks and how to do it, about diet. It's amazing culture. And so I really love reggae music, and that's the reggae influence, I think.
No, have you been reggae like all your life since high school, grade?
Yeah, pretty much.
Never...
High school and then really in college. Honestly, it's when I started smoking marijuana. When the marijuana came around, and I went down to school in Florida, and it's just a ton of reggae and reggae rock being played down there. There was a lot of Sublime,
really down
a lot
in
of
Florida?
311, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, yeah,
this
yeah.
back when I was in
Sure.
college, and
Yeah.
Sublime, 40 Ounces to Freedom. I wore that one out,
Yeah.
and years later, that vibe has grown into what they call now Cali roots music,
Right.
or American reggae,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just trying to tap into a little bit of that, but then bring in Corey's jazz and my brother's southern rock and soulfulness, and Mark's heavier bass guitars, and Mike's straight up rock band type of drumming, with just a one drop every now and then. So we can sort of get that reggae feel in, but we still keep that same familiar rock beat that you've been accustomed to. And that's where I think we have our unique sound, is we're coming at it. I'm coming at it from a reggae angle. He's coming at it from a jazz angle. My brother's shredding. Mark is trying to get as dirty and deep and nasty as he can on the bass.
Yeah.
And Mike's keeping fairly perfect time. The man's never late or early.
Yeah, you got to keep perfect time because if the drummer's off beat, everybody else is screwed.
It's tough.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Everybody blames the singer, though.
All right, I'm talking to the guys right here from Chicken Dolphin Ban. Once again, guys, listen, I got to take a quick commercial break.
Yes.
Pay the bills again. We'll be right back after that. Stick around here at Head's House of Rock on the Music Box Live365.com. Come on back, everybody. We'll be back in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, bring the good vibes. A few years ago, I was over-toxified. I didn't know, well, you never know if I make it home alive. So now I spend my time making people smile, yeah. I spend my life doing things worthwhile and bringing good vibes. Whoa, that's what we prescribe. Feels so good to be alive. We are your two guys. Whoa. Few years from now, we'll be chilling out. All the problems all done. When our ship comes in, so now we'll drink a little wine. Always in the sunshine. Yeah, gather our friends, plug it in, let the show begin. Come on, yeah, bring the good vibes. That's what we prescribe. Feels so good to be alive. We are your two guys. Whoa. I jump on my phone. Then I see your smile on your dating profile. And I know you got a choice, and I hope you hear my voice. I say, girl, swipe right tonight. Don't you know time is right? I say, girl, swipe right tonight. And away we go to the morning light, yeah. To the morning light. Come on. In this group of guys, yeah, well, they are telling you lies. And you're gonna get hurt by some guy with no shirt. There's one thing I guarantee, I'll never take a gym selfie. I say, girl, swipe right tonight. Don't you know time is right? I say, girl, swipe right tonight. And away we go to the morning light, yeah. To the morning light. Hey! Say, girl, swipe right tonight and say, girl, swipe right tonight and say, girl, swipe right tonight, and away we go to the morning light, to the morning light. Yeah.
All right, right here on Heads House of Rock on live365.com. The music box once again right here listening to, of course, Chicken Dolphin Ban.
Yeah.
We just got out of, just played Swipe Right.
Hope you enjoyed that out there, all you online daters.
Yeah, had a little double play for you there. I mean, and like I was saying, when I'm listening to songs, I was feeling like I
You're
was
professional.
living in Florida. Yeah, I'm listening to this guy. You kill me.
2 for Thursday.
2 for Thursday, yeah.
Swipe Right Tonight's one of our most fun songs. I mean, it's such a happy vibe, like you were saying. It's like, when we were recording it, we thought we just wanted it to be like you're at a beach party, and we did a fade out at the end because we want to make it seem as if you're leaving the beach party and you're driving away from it, but it's still going on. The idea that it never ends was important to us. So it's a slow sort of fade away from the listener, but the idea is that the party still goes on.
Yeah. I see, obviously with every song that you guys put on your track, you think about what you're doing with that, correct?
Totally, yeah.
I mean, so, because what you're even saying when you put the album together, you're saying your best life, My Best Life, you're saying that's a slow song, correct?
Yeah, it's just me.
And it's a very ending.
Acoustic, right.
And everybody's listening to the album, they know, even though they can see it's the last song, you got that feel of it,
yes.
That, it's the last tune, and, we're wrapping things up here. But, the whole people don't really realize, and a lot of producers do that more than the band itself. And it's great that you guys do that, but a lot of producers are like, you have to the album as it's playing has to have a feel,
right?
You know
Mike
what I mean?
Says that a lot. Yeah.
It has to have a flow.
And
it has to.
Yeah.
I mean, I really believe that. You know what I mean? It's like doing a live gig.
Yeah, and this album has a fantastic flow.
Yeah.
It does.
One song into the next. It's really
And we talked about that, and Mike especially really wanted it to be in the proper order. And not only did I think we got it right, there was really no other way to do it. It's amazing. Like when you looked at all the songs, it just came as natural as anything. I was like, well, this Good Vibes should be the first one. It's the happiest song. Then right after that, we got Wayno playing on Ubers here, and then the Happy Swipe Right Tonight. Then we got the JB Rasta, which was our ode to the governor for legalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
And then we took it in a different direction, went with Hacked, and did like a happy 50s style chord progression on a 2022 theme. So you got like both, you got the old style kind of 50s teenager in love, but it's on a 2022 getting hacked theme. And then from there we go into Session and PDA on CTA and Lockdown, which everybody can relate to. And then a song called Pack It Up, which is, kind of just about finishing whatever you're doing, and that sets up our last tune. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, so obviously then when you guys, the producer had really no influence on how you laid the tracks out. It was already
I think
thought up by you
it was
guys,
done
right?
by the universe, really.
Well,
It just happened so naturally.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, would you put? Were you, Tim, the one that laid it all out together? Or was it everybody together?
No, we did it.
collectively?
That was a group thing at a practice, and when we listened to it, I put it on a CD, just a practice CD. Kind of listen to the demo,
Yeah.
and come back with any comments. And really, I mean, there was only one song we switched, PDA and CTA to Lockdown. That was the only switch of the entire thing from the original time we did it. So it just kind of was one of those things where, when it's right, it's right.
Yeah. Well, that's great that it fit in like that. Then obviously with the next. I mean, I know you just laid this one down, but how you're saying you already have music for the next one? Have you already planned that out?
No, it's going to be a huge fight. It's going to be an internal struggle within the band for power.
No. The way you're laying the tracks out.
No, we don't know. We've written, we have like a legit 4 or 5 songs we play live already on the album that will be on the next album, and so. And I'm writing a few. We're writing a few as a band, and so we'll have. I mean, we already probably could get in there and get it done pretty quick. And then when they're all finished, is really when you can sort of ask yourself, what's the order going to be?
Okay, all right. Yeah, maybe I'm jumping a little ahead of myself.
But really, when you're doing it, we know the songs that have the most energy behind them and that we want to put the most effort into.
Yeah.
And then we know the songs that we're like, let's just jam on this. I mean, we did a couple songs at my house. I live in a converted church, and it's got these 35
got nice ceilings,
and it
obviously,
sounds so good in there. So we set up, more microphones than you could count, and we did 2 songs from the album there, and we just did them live. So we kind of have, it's a nice thing where we have some really well produced with Wayne and Kenny Rocks, and we really did a great job with Rax Tracks to get those songs great. And then on the flip side, we just kind of showed people how we jam with Lockdown and
The sessions at your place were great. They're just really relaxed, and that's like our habitat.
Right, it is.
Our natural habitat.
And I think what kind of separates the album too is that in the middle between Lockdown and Pack It Up, you can hear waves, you can hear the shore, right, which kind of ties into the whole vibe.
Oh, nice.
Of who we are, right? And I think that was recorded in
the cover, on the beach.
Yeah, that was taken in New Buffalo, Michigan. We recorded those wave sounds.
Oh, did you?
And so when you're listening to it, it's like a nice little transition.
Sweet.
Yeah. Although iTunes tends to,
cut it out a little bit.
Yeah, well, they stack your songs in order of popularity. So if you listen to the album or if you have our CD, you'll get that.
Okay. Well, now with Good Vibes here, I mean, obviously you can get it at every local. I mean, Bandcamp, Amazon.
Oh yeah, Spotify, iTunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
for sure.
Sweet. And are you obviously, do you have them at, when you guys play gigs, you sell them too? You sell the merch there?
Yeah, we have CDs. We sign them. So we give a signed CD out when you buy it. And CDs aren't as popular as they used to be. I mean, we've sold a lot more downloads already in a week.
Really?
Than
yes,
we have. So,
I got to have something in my hand.
I know, me
yeah.
too. That's how we are. We're old school.
Yeah.
We want to do vinyl. If
because everybody's doing the vinyl now.
We'll do vinyl.
Yeah,
Vinyl costs a fortune, though, you know?
Well, yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, but, you know, that was going to be my next question, because, I mean, a lot of bands I know now, even though they're doing that whole nostalgic thing where they're doing one album that is all vinyl, or they're putting together a greatest hits that's all vinyl.
Yes.
I mean, so that's something obviously that's in the future for you
We
guys.
would love to do it. Yeah, we
That'd
would
be
love
great.
to do it.
Okay.
It's funny. Vinyl is, there are only so many companies that press vinyl now.
Right.
And a lot of them are old school machines that they had picked up or saved. And so there's the backlog of vinyl is like 9 months if you ordered it today. So
Oh, wow.
it's incredible
Yeah.
amount of time. And then the prices through the roof. We've, you know, anybody out there, we're charging $125 for a vinyl copy. So we're taking pre-orders. Just send us, Venmo us $125,
Yeah.
and at some point in the future you'll get a vinyl copy. I mean, that really is, it's not affordable, but CDs are affordable, and obviously, you know, iTunes and Spotify brings it to ears of
Right.
people that we never would have been able to reach before. So
No,
even though there's not a lot of money, we're appreciative of the new audience.
Well, and I know, you know, the whole modern, with anything, you know, everything, you know, takes you into the future, modern technology and everything. But, you know, it's like what we were talking about the whole album thing, you know, now with the CDs, you know, I love seeing the cover. I love seeing the
Liner
design.
notes
Yeah.
and lyrics.
Everything,
and,
yeah,
like,
you know, I mean, to me, it's all part
Put it
of,
on what?
you know, the thing of buying the music, if you will.
You can thank Mike Nasser for that.
Yeah,
our
Nasser.
drummer.
Good
Because he
job,
was
man.
insistent upon a CD. Dude, we're going to sell so many CDs at our shows. I go, no, we're not, man. No, we're not. We're not going to sell any.
Can't hold
Dude,
the
we're going to sell.
download.
What's that?
You can't hold the download.
Well, no, yeah.
You don't see the liner notes. You don't. You
That's
download,
true.
But it's just,
Yeah.
it's a hassle.
They do a
Okay.
terrible job in iTunes of telling you who wrote the music, who played.
They don't
on the
really tell you
music.
at all.
They don't
I
want
mean,
to tell you.
and
any
you got to
of that.
find, you know, there's people out there like me,
Yeah.
whatever, we're trying to figure that out.
Right, I know.
All right, once again, guys, we're right here in Heads House of Rock on live365.com on the Music Box. Going to take another commercial break, talking to the guys from Chicken Dolphin Band, and I promise, out of the break, we'll come back into a live song. Okay?
Live songs, live music. Thank you, Tony.
I don't even want to know what you.
Right now, talking, of course, to the guys here from Chicken Dolphin. I got Tim, Dave, Mike, Corey, and Mark all hanging out with me from Chicken Dolphin, and we're going to do a live tune in a minute. But, you know, once again, I want to let everybody know about the album's called Good Vibes. It's out now. It dropped last week, right?
Yeah,
the
last
16th.
Saturday.
Last Saturday. And
great
again,
day.
you know, it's a great CD, but I mean, you know, like I'm looking at it, you know, to me, it's one of the best designs I've seen and all that. And,
Thanks,
you know,
thanks.
the beautiful, and again, you know,
Tim Summers, we love you, Tim
Tim
Summers.
Summers. Okay. And Tim Summers was the gentleman that came up with your Chicken Dolphin
Yes,
logo too,
yes,
correct?
he did.
Okay. I mean, yeah, so very creative. And, I mean,
Unbelievably talented
yeah.
gentleman.
and, I mean, did everybody want to, we're going to do shout outs after we do the song, right? Is that what you want to say hi to everybody out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike's like, yeah. Okay, what do you guys,
Everybody's mother, we want to say hi to. My mom, his mom.
Yeah.
Mark's mom, Corey's mom, sweet woman. Hi, moms.
hi, moms. So, all right, what are you guys going to do right now?
We're going to do a song that's called The PDA on the CTA.
The PDA on the CTA.
Yes.
Little front cell, what's it about? Or
It's about
self-explanatory?
It's about, actually, this is one that Joey T and I wrote when we first started the band. It's one of our first Chicken Dolphin songs. And he is a very funny man and a comedian.
Okay.
And he did a lot of Second City work.
Oh,
and
no
while
kidding.
he was doing some Second City work, he came up with a sketch entitled The PDA on the CTA. And as soon as I heard that, I said, that's a song, my friend.
All right,
So
right.
it is.
Chicken Dolphin right here on Head Salsa Rock on the Music Box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the PDA on the CTA. We're the PDA that happens every day. And on the blue line, yeah, the girls are so fine.
and on the brown line. Oh, it happens every time. And that's the PDA on CTA. Well, the PDA, that happens every day. Say yeah, yeah. And from the north side to the south side, from the west side to the east side, and on the brown line, and on the red line, on the pink line, no, it's on the blue line, and that's the PDA, on CTA, where the PDA, that happens every day. Yeah. Always be careful on those trains. There's nothing but PDA on the CT.
Dude, that was good. I felt like I was downtown, man. Every one of your songs.
Yeah, man. Just lots of ducking with the bullets, you know?
Yeah, well, hey. Especially, yeah, around the Dan Ryan area, too, right?
Oh,
Sign of the times, bro.
Oh, crazy. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is crazy, but that song is a fun one to play.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of our jams. It's kind of, we turn it into more of a country type jam, you know?
Yeah, man. No, that's we're just trying to have fun, and we love those up-tempo songs. When we're playing live, we're, once we get this train going, we get people on their feet, we want to keep them that way.
Well, yeah, you guys said it when you first jumped into the interview here, that you always want to keep them more up-tempo.
Absolutely.
I mean, is it, like, because really, I mean, obviously, do you really like playing, slower songs in general? Is it something that any of you guys like, or is it something like, because, at the end of the, like you said, the last tune on your CD, you obviously slow it down a little bit, you know what I mean? But I mean, is slow songs really in your repertoire?
I mean, it is and isn't. To our, like, Michael talks fast, he drives very well, but drives very fast.
Hey,
He's a drummer in the fast lane.
Yeah.
A lot of us are like that, and so I think our natural tendency is to be upbeat and be positive and have a good time. At the same time, when I'm playing My Best Life, or when I'm playing with other musicians and we're playing slower songs, sad songs, I'm always expecting to lose the audience, and I'm shocked sometimes that they're more engaged than ever.
Right.
So I can't say that I'm always right or wrong. I mean, it just, and one thing that we do is we have a set list, but we very rarely obey it. So, I mean, we are in whatever the
It's
crowd
more like a
wants.
guideline,
Yeah,
right?
it's just
not
a guideline. It's just like, but whatever the crowd feels like at
We're like
that
a
moment,
paint
we're
man.
like, hey, I think that, Ring of Fire or Swipe Right
The
Tonight would be
option.
perfect right now.
Calling audibles.
It really is, and it makes the show, it makes you live in the moment. because you're trying to just read that moment. You could go home the night before and try to come up with the best set list, but you have no idea what the crowd at that moment might be feeling. So you want to be able to placate that. And then there are ups and downs on that.
Well, and I'm sure all you guys feel this when you're on stage and you're playing, and all of a sudden you really feel like you're rolling, and you got everybody in a good vibe. You don't want to slow it down.
Exactly.
Everybody. I'm sure all of you
Well,
feel
we
that
try
way.
to like rein it in,
Exactly.
like you know, like
That's so true.
But yeah, we end up kind of usually speeding up quite a bit. Like I feel. On
Yeah, I mean,
songs.
we try to just keep it moving because you don't want to kill the energy if you get the energy.
No, well, now when you guys are doing a set, how is all of it all original music, or do you guys mix in some covers?
We
here
mix
and
it
there?
up. We generally do one original, one cover. One original, one cover.
Oh, you
kind of
bounce
our
back and
formula.
forth.
We bounce back and forth until we run out of originals, and then it's just a cover song slaughter after that. But literally, we have 15 originals, and we play only 20. 20 of our songs takes us about 3.5 hours to play.
Sure.
So we're like
Okay.
19 or 20 songs, and we have 50, 60 songs in our repertoire. So I've always joked that I would like to do a show where we play every single song we know. But Mike has never agreed to that.
Why not, Mike?
Dude, I'm so tired. My arms, I can't take my arms.
Okay, I get that. The drummers, yeah, man.
Yeah,
There's a lot
no
of-
doubt.
It's a workout.
It's
That's
a
why
total
you need to
workout.
take a rest.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's all of
Every
us
now and then.
actually. We all it's a serious
It is
workout.
like
It's
sometimes by the end
fantastic.
of the night, like you're like, man,
Yeah.
I'm really reaching.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
especially with all the adrenaline playing, like certain venues. So, sorry.
Is it okay? No, you're good. You're good. Is there in your repertoire for obviously your songs that you cover? Is there one song that you guys always for sure do because you know you're gonna get either asked to play it, or your your locals that are following you, they are expecting to hear it?
Shakedown and Riders, I think, would be two songs that we really
I need
sell
a
at.
new chair. God, I hate this thing. It's quick.
No?
Yeah,
Shakedown and Riders. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say Shakedown Street, and Corey does a great job with Riders on the Storm.
Oh, no kidding.
Riders of the Storm was really fun, especially the keyboard part.
Sure,
The keyboard part. I would say,
you get to stretch your legs on that a lot, man, don't you?
yeah, I appreciate those moments. I like to switch it up, during the show where it's, you kind of come out of the woodwork at points and you kind of you try to have that blend within the band, and I think we do a good job of everyone having their kind of spotlight shared, which I think is important for a band, right?
Yeah.
And Franklin's Tower and Into the Mystic are also two covers that we
I love
always
Into
get a
the
great
Mystic.
response for.
Dead Flowers
Dead
by
Flowers.
the Stones seems to go
Really? Dead Flowers
really,
by the
really
Stones.
well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ring of
interesting.
Fire by Johnny Cash. Everybody loves Johnny Cash,
Or Bob Seger.
Yeah, and some Bob Seger.
Yeah, well, okay, now I'm a Seeger fan. What do you guys play from
We do
Seeger?
some night moves.
Night Moves.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That always, that Mike does like a cymbal thingy where he just and brings this thing to where everything stops and everybody just goes wild.
Well, and David shreds on that too.
Yeah.
Especially Last Dance with Mary Jane. That's another one that always gets you great.
Does it really get...
Oh, yeah, Tom
See, now,
Petty.
with that being a little bit of a more slower song, though, I mean, is that...
Not for us. Our Chicken Dolphin version of all songs are just, no one's ever heard it
okay.
before.
We break the
good.
speed record,
No, that's awesome. No,
Turn Back
that's
Now
great
is,
that
like,
you
the
know
only
that
one
you
we
do
really
it that
kinda
way.
keep, like, at a good
You know?
slow,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do Too Late to Turn Back Now, which is by the Cornelius Brothers.
Okay.
Too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling low. Too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling. Oh. My mama told me, she says, son, beware. There's a thing called love here, and it's everywhere. It can and break your heart, leave you misery here. But there's one thing left to do. You gotta just listen to me, yeah. And I say, too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling in love. Too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling. I try to call her at least 10 times a day. Or text. Ain't no reason for me now. Carry on this way. You know I can't sleep at night. Need you, hold me tight. By my side, the feeling so right, and I was saying now, too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling. Oh, too late, turn back now. I believe that I'm falling. Let's hear some horn.
Nice. Kind of like how you just kind of went into that, man.
Yeah, that's
good.
how it is.
Yeah.
Just sort of get the feeling.
That's an awesome cover.
Yeah, and it's a great song. Thank you to the Cornelius Brothers. That's one of those that when we play it, people are like, what song was that? Because it doesn't sound like the original. It sounds like us doing, you know, a different version of it, which is great. And the more of that, I feel like we covet, the better, you know. What's the use of playing it exactly Some people are like, hey, man,
Well, no, yeah, some
it
people-
should sound exactly like, then listen to the album, man. Nobody's going to do it better than Pink Floyd did it, but I got Wish You Were Here, and it'll sound like my version of Wish You Were Here.
Well, yeah, but you guys are your style, like what I say, that whole like Caribbean kind of jazz fusion kind of deal. You make it your own that way. And some bands play lick for lick, like you say.
Definitely.
But I think you guys, Chicken Dolphin, as a band, everybody knows that they're going to get a style, and it's going to be that way.
Yes.
I think that's good. You got to give you a leeway to do that.
I think so too, yeah.
To jump on you guys to be, no, it's got to be original.
Yeah, no, we have our own unique sound,
Yeah,
and that's what we
right.
like about our band.
Yeah.
We don't want to sound like somebody else.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely you do that. And I think you guys have found it, though, Mike. Really, honestly. Because, like I said, I had a lot of people want to classify you as reggae. And, I had a reggae band in here like, a couple weeks back. Definitely could tell a difference, though. You know what I mean? And that's, with it being reggae, a lot of people think it all has one sound. You know what I mean?
We literally played, our album's called Good Vibes, and we had a group come in on Saturday night at our CD release party, and they said to the bouncer, we're here because it sounds like happy vibes. So I was like, well, you guys, my girlfriend goes, you guys got to buy an album.
Yeah.
We need to sell like 5 of them. If that's because these guys are all about good vibes. They call it happy vibes. They were from Europe and they loved it. So I know that it's catching on. I know that it's the right thing to do.
Right.
Because if it makes people feel good,
Right.
that the world needs more of that. After 2 years of illness and disease and the things you're going through right now and the things that we're going through right
Yeah.
now, and everyone out there listening and the struggles that you're going through, we believe music heals. And the right music in your hands at the right time will absolutely heal you or put you on the path to healing. And that's literally the purpose of our band.
Right. I know. I do hit home, actually, 100%.
And playing
Really-
too is healing. And just
Yeah.
That's true.
Playing like with you guys and just up there, that's.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, well, that's also bringing up, like, we brought up a guy on Saturday who was like an open micer, and he had like this fish sweatshirt, and he came up to, I play acoustic guitar, and we brought him up for like 20 seconds. I should have told Mark, because I
I turned around and I
and
see
Mark
this
was
guy.
ready to kill him.
Well, he starts reaching for Tim's guitar, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you gotta go. And Tim's like, no, he's okay.
Yeah,
And then
I had planned it out. I was like, dude, it's only good if it's like spontaneous.
Yeah.
You
Right,
know?
right,
So
right.
I'm gonna make it seem like I'm gonna hand you the guitar, and you're gonna come up and play for like 15 seconds, and the crowd will go nuts and everything. And he comes up, and Mark's like, "What are you doing on the stage? Get off the stage!"
I was waiting for you to say
And the
something.
poor guy was like, "Oh my god!"
And then the stink eye he gave me afterwards, I was like, hey, I'm really sorry about that. And Tim invited you up. He just looked at me like, go fuck yourself.
I hope he takes the stage.
But then it was like really cool afterwards.
Yeah, hell
you know,
with him if he can't take a joke.
It
He
was
had you
very
fooled,
funny.
and it's like, that was the whole thing, right?
Even had our band fooled.
Yeah, he had me go, yeah.
But that's got to aggravate you too, though. Obviously you set that up, but there's people out there. Hey, man, I can play. Wonderful,
totally
great.
get
There
that
has
all
been
the
people
time.
Get your own goddamn band and try it on your own.
Yeah, we get that.
You know
all
what I
the
mean? Yeah.
We've had people go on stage and like at this place like a couple times, like, and start messing with it. So you don't know. But,
Have you had that happen to you? Honestly,
we
just
have.
walk up and start playing your
well,
instrument.
they're not playing, but
Well,
like
we
they
came
walk
back.
up
The
and
guy's
they're like,
holding my Martin here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
that-
taking
yeah.
a picture with his buddy, which is if
No,
if you
man.
ask, man. But he just came up there to do it, and
That's like grabbing your wife.
it's terrible. Exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on now.
It's just offensive, and it's one of those things where there are certain times as a performer where you do feel used, if you will.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
a two-way street. I'm giving it out to the audience is giving it back to me, and that reverberation back and forth builds and builds and builds to a great show. But if it feels one-sided, if it feels like the performer's giving everything to a crowd that doesn't care, or the opposite, hey, play this song, play Taylor Swift, play this. Well, how about a song I wrote? No. It's my birthday. Play Taylor Swift right now. You
Yeah, no.
feel like,
No.
oh shit,
Yeah.
we are being used or manipulated to be
Right.
your clown of entertainment for the night. And that's the only time we've had it where it hasn't been 100% the time of our lives. That's like the only time, is when.
They stand there and have a conversation with Corey, like try to talk. He's in the middle of playing. He's picking up his trumpet, like, people be like, "Can you play to Taylor Swift? It's it's her birthday."
And
It's not
Corey's
all
like the
night.
nicest
Her
guy.
birthday's
He's like
over at midnight.
trying to talk. We'll
Yeah.
get to it later. I'm like, hey, we're playing a song right now. We're like,
Yeah. No, what makes you think people gives them the
know,
balls
right?
that they can just come up and do that?
I mean,
while
we-
you're playing.
We look at it as like the birthday syndrome, where it's like
Yeah.
it's my birthday, and I'm out with my friends, and so that's a lot of it. The weddings are actually like the most respectful. When we'll play late night,
man,
and then it's
see?
like an after wedding
Yeah.
party that they're coming in.
Okay,
And
okay.
instead of spending like $100 grand, they're spending $5 to buy a beer, and then they have a entertainment that's different than a wedding band, but sort of a continuation of that. We found that and bachelor and bachelorette parties to be like the most fun crowd. We can't get enough of that.
Wow, bachelor and bachelorette parties, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously. Okay. Well, I'm from a whole different background where, like, man, that could just be. I mean, I used to DJ. I stopped doing weddings because of, certain people coming up and from the wedding party, and because they're in the wedding party.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you know who I don't give a shit who you are?
You've been through it too.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. This is mine.
Yeah.
It's so true.
But, I
We've been
mean,
lucky enough, like, where sometimes people are like, "Can you guys please play some Van Morrison?" And they'll request like certain songs that we do, and we're like, "Absolutely, we got you."
I think I can dust that one off for you.
But obviously, you guys do Van Morrison. I mean, so there are stuff in your I got a repertoire or log that people do come up and ask me. Yeah, you could do it.
Yes.
But I mean, they have a nice way about going about doing it.
For sure.
If you don't play a certain tune, and obviously, if that, to me, unless you guys are joking around a little bit, to me, coming up and asking you guys to play Taylor Swift, knowing the kind of style music you are, it's like, what the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, right. Well, no, we
You know what I
do
mean?
have it though. We do.
But
have,
but if you do that, that's great. But that
Yeah,
you're
it
playing it
doesn't
your
fit.
way, and they're
Right.
going to be pissed because they're not doing it the way they want to hear it.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so true.
Come on. It's common sense wise.
And same thing with the originals. We take a lot of pride in these originals, and
Yeah, I'm sure of
sometimes
that.
some part of the crowd that were there, they just don't want to hear anything that they haven't heard a million times. So if it's not familiar, then by the end of the song, they're dancing. So it's really just, I think it's a belief thing where people just, and I'm the same way. If I go out to see John Mellencamp, I want to hear the songs I love. I want to hear Pink Houses and Scarecrow.
Yeah, but if you're going to see John Mellencamp, that's what you're going to see.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? To me, with you guys, and coming up and like what you're doing, and you have your own original stuff, and people say what kind of style they are, and they hear what you are. I mean, to me, it's like, okay, realize that that's what this is.
Yeah.
Broaden your mind and realize that you just might like it to begin with. You know what I mean? Because that's what ends up happening when you say people end up dancing. Yeah, because first off they got a wild hair up their ass, but then after they hear you, it's okay.
Totally.
We carried the crowd
right.
around. We played our whole album like the first set, and the place was packed. And,
Yeah, people were dancing and
like it only emptied out after we were done. And, like everybody
Right.
was dancing and moving and like really digging it. So
It was great.
really refreshing. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
it was.
What are you gonna say, Corey?
Yeah, no, I think just talking about this, no matter what size the crowd is, no matter what people their body language is when they get in, I have so much confidence playing with these guys because I know that by the time we're done playing, then it's a totally different mood. And if it's already a positive mood, it's just even more positive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what also is contagious to the audience. Like we're having fun on the stage and like jamming. We know that that's going to be reciprocated by the audience, and it's just it's always a blast.
Good.
It is.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. There once again talking to the guys from Chicken Dolphin Ban. Gentlemen, I got to take another quick break. We're gonna come back.
We're making money here, folks.
Yeah, got to play some more tunes. When we come back, you guys want to do another live one? You want to jump on something in the album?
We'll do whatever you like.
Whatever.
We'll
Okay.
do- Yeah.
We'll
Do
burn that
another
bridge
live
when we get back.
Cool.
All right. Right here on Head's House of Rock on the Music Box on Live 365.
Go where you wanna go. 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 Hey! to go. Trying to take you home, but you are so slow, and I'm tired of waiting for your 5-star rating. Girl, I'm tired of waiting for your 5-star rating. You represent so let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Look out your window. So put down your bed, 'cause your Uber is here. It's time to go. Trying to take you home, but you are so slow, and I'm tired of waiting for your 5-star rating. Yeah. Girl, I'm tired of waiting for your 5-star rating. Your Uber is here.
live right here on Head's House of Rock on the Music Box Live 365.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's a full studio. I love when I have a live studio, man. This is the best. I'm telling you, man. Chicken Dolphin Ban here in studio with me. Once again, talking about their album Good Vibes is out now. Go get it. Dropped last week on the 16th. You just heard the tune we just played off of it. What was it
Uber
again?
is Here with Wayne Healy. That was awesome. Of the Freddie Jones Band. We can't thank Wayno enough. That was amazing for him to come in. And he went into the studio and laid that down and brought his Freddie Jones delay with him. And he's a great guy. And he has let me use his delay. It says Freddie Jones Band number 2 on it. So anytime you're seeing the Chicken Dolphin, you're in a way listening to Freddie Jones Band because I've got that signature delay at my disposal. And that was what started the song, to try to get it a nice delay, cool groove. And
dude, awesome.
So we thank Wayno so much for that.
Thanks,
Love you,
Wayno.
Wayno.
Yeah.
Love you, Wayno.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Guy sold a couple million records, so hopefully we can.
Hey, yeah,
he
might
knows
know
what's
what he's
about.
doing. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's good, man. You guys want to come and give some shout outs real quick?
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean-
didn't want to say hi to. I want to thank everybody that was listening and all your friends and family.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let me start first by just thanking some of the people that were on the record. So Kenny Rocks was on there, Wayne Healy, Tim Wormeling was on there, Tim Kubiak was on there. We had Maddie Katzvey on percussion, and we had Robin Crawford play bass on one of the songs as well. So we had a lot of special guests playing, and I just want to say thank you to all of them as well. And anybody that's listening out there, your support means more than we could possibly say.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of people obviously to thank, but obviously, my girlfriend Emma, and she's been a big supporter of me being able to pursue my passion. When I moved to Chicago, and then my family back home in Ohio, and just really, like Tim said, everyone who's been supporting us and is a fan. So hopefully we'll continue to grow that fan base.
Awesome.
And Tone, I'm a family man, so I got a wife and kid at home. So it's my wife Lauren and David, my son. And actually, he's a little guy. He was probably 3 years old, and he was on stage with us. He was percussion equipment
barely
and just
walk.
There you go.
having fun.
Starting
off early, being on stage, having fun, and seeing us have a blast. And then my mom came all the way. She lives in Michigan. And we had a record release party last week.
Yeah.
And she came all the way from Southwest Michigan.
So nice.
Wow.
And we
that
didn't
was
start
awesome.
till about 9 o'clock. So she, it was late, man.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
her, that
saying?
she's
For
our
everybody.
they're our head, right?
She brought the vibes too. Like she was up there, like dancing and like getting this going.
I'm in
It was
business
awesome.
that night. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mom.
Sweet.
I love my
Really
mom.
cool.
man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
My wife definitely. She's been very supportive for all this and very encouraging. And mostly, I just want to shout out to my fellow bandmates. Taking a chance on a guy that just picked up his instrument again and gave him an opportunity to grow and all the support and help that I needed, to be where I'm at playing today. So I love you guys.
I love you too, bro.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I just want to give a big shout out to my mom, my dad in heaven, my brother, and Jorge. Jorge. He's our stand-in conga drummer every now and then. So I love you guys and everybody that supported our band. Thank you very much.
Do you want to mention where you're going to be coming up here? A couple upcoming dates. I know because you were talking
Yeah,
about
we
it.
actually we're playing at Phyllis's on May 1st. It'll be our 3-year anniversary, and we're also playing at the Naperville Food Truck Festival on May the 7th, which is from 12 to 3 o'clock. So we hope you guys can come out and support us. See
That'll be
that.
nice. Yeah.
Eat some good food.
We got a full schedule too. We're playing Old Town Art Fair again. We're playing the Lake House in Pistachio. We're playing a lot of great shows by the water, and chickendolphin.com is our website. We've got all our tour dates there. We got a way to buy the album. We got videos. We got lyrics up there. You could follow us at Chicken Dolphin. Reach out to any of us at any time. If ever there's a time where you're not feeling right, you're feeling depressed and sad, I cannot encourage any of you enough to reach out to us. I will go on Facebook and play a few songs for you. Corey will do the same.
Mark will call you up and just have a conversation with you. He's up late. So in a world where mental
that's
health
nice. You guys do
is,
that.
we're serious about that. We are not. That's not hyperbole. Reach out to us because music heals, and that is the purpose of what we're doing.
And can we also, I think
yeah.
somebody deserves a shout out that I don't know we missed is Stephanie for like taking care of us at the shows and like
And
just
we're
kinda,
gonna-
like, you know, like she.
Yeah, Stephanie's great, and
bad
we're gonna.
mom.
She's a Michigan Stater though, so don't hold that against her.
Thanks,
But
Stephanie.
she's like
Yeah,
our biggest
no
fan.
problem, no problem. Yeah.
And
Couldn't
she
have done it
asked to
without
play. She asked us to play "Feeling Alright" acoustic. So, in honor of that, I think we ought to do that.
Right here with Chicken Dolphin Ban on Head's House of Rock on the Music Box.
Seems I got to have change the scene. Every night, you know I had strangest dream, yeah. Praising by the way things might have been. Left here on my own, so we seem. We gotta get on out of here now before we scream, yeah. Someone gonna lock the door, throw away the key. Are you feeling alright? Oh Lord, no. Not to feel too good myself, yeah. Yeah, you know. Are you feeling alright? Oh Lord, no. Not to feel too good myself, yeah. Here, Corey, yeah, let's go. Oh, you should took me for a ride. Every now and then, you know why. I wonder why, yeah. When I do, then I get the blues, Lord. You know I start to cry. I can't waste my time in this life, but I'm feeling alright. Oh Lord, no, not I feel too good myself, yeah. Well, you know. Are you feeling alright? Oh Lord, no. Not I feel too good myself, yeah. Here's our band, we gonna jam, let's go. Here we find ourselves at the music box, hanging out with my man Tony and all the other cool customers here out at Tuscan Gardens in Glenwood. We're the Chicken Dolphin Ban, y'all. We want to tell you how much we love you. We hope you listen to our album, Good Vibes. We hope you see us live. We hope you listen to the music box every day like we do. And on behalf of all of us, say, hope you have a good time now. Hey! 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 Are you feeling alright? Oh Lord, no. Now I feel too good myself, yeah. Oh, you know. Are you feeling alright? Oh Lord, no. Now I feel too good myself. Here's the Chicken Dolphin Ban to take it home. On the conga today, we got Mr. Michael Nasser. Let's hear a little solo. Yeah. Woo. On the bass guitar, Mr. Sartain, Mr. Mar. Beautiful acoustic bass. On the keyboard and the trumpet, Mr. Corey Ellis. On the acoustic guitar, shredding it out, my twin brother, the talented David Gray. I was gonna say, we are the Chicken Dolphin Ban. Thanks, Tony, for having us in the music box. Thanks to everybody for listening. Y'all have a great rest of your night. A great weekend. We'll see you May 1st, everybody. Music box, man. Right on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Oh my God, dude, awesome, guys! Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tony.
Perfect. So, once again, everybody, make sure to go check them out. Chicken Dolphin Ban. Once again, you can find them on Facebook. Do you guys have an Instagram too?
Yeah, we're at Chicken Dolphin, Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
YouTube, Twitch. We do
Website.
live stuff and chickendolphin.com. We're everywhere.
Okay.
Tinder, Bumble, eHarmony.
That's when you're trying to find a quick piece there real quick and all that. All right, and then obviously, every major, I can't even talk right now.
Yeah, we do that to
Spotify,
people. Yeah,
yeah, you do that. Spotify, Amazon,
Music.
where I go. Yeah, don't forget to
And
go.
if
check
anybody
it out.
wants a signed CD, just reach out to us. We'll mail it to you, or come to a show.
Come to a show.
Yeah,
Go to a
come
show.
on, see us.
See, you got to see them live.
Yes.
Don't get that.
Corey will hand
mailed in.
deliver it to you.
Yeah, definitely, man. So I want to mention you guys again. Next gig, where you guys going to be at?
May 1st,
May
Phyllis's.
1st at
Phyllis's,
Phyllis's.
an acoustic
3-year
show
anniversary.
for our
Okay.
3 years anniversary. We're going to be outside playing in the patio.
I thought that was Mom's.
And and then we're going to play on the 7th. We're going to be at the Naperville Food Truck.
Naperville Food Truck. Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Like 100 food trucks and one band.
I think I'm going to have to come for that
It's
one.
going to be a blast. I'm told we got free food tickets, food truck tickets. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's
All right, everybody.
payment enough.
Cool. Going to shake you loose. Just come on back tomorrow. Don't forget, I have Lost Pyramids in tomorrow.
They're a
Until
great
then,
band.
See you later, guys.
All right,
thanks,
enjoy Lost
Tony.
Pyramids. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And we're out.
Know how to keep kids safe. Do you?